Hey, what's going on, Taurus? How are you? Taurus, thanks so much for watching. This is going to be your read for the first half of November of 2018. So thanks so much again for watching, Taurus. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, your comments, all of it. I really appreciate it so much. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Happy to have you. All right, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for the first half of November? What types of energy is circling around for Taurus that they need to be aware of? Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising. Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising for November 1st through 15th, 2018, roughly. What does Taurus need to know? Okay. Thank you, Taurus, for being patient with me while I get your cards laying. Lane or laid? Lane. No? Anyways, thanks. Okay. All right, Taurus. So we've got the Nine of Cups. Wow, right out the gate, Taurus. Nine of Cups. So a lot of y'all's energies is very confident. Very like you have everything that you've worked for, like everything that you've dreamed for a lot of you, maybe in the past 9 months or throughout the year, it's really been like a dream come true. Like, you know, things have really happened, or things are really the way that you wish them to be. For a lot of you, Taurus, this could be saying that you are trying to get to that. You're trying to make it so that there is, you know, a sense of emotional independence, where you're not dependent upon anyone emotionally to be to be where you are. Like a high self-esteem is what I'm getting here. This also could be, this also could be you feeling that way towards another. The Hanged Man. Okay, so in the past, with the Hangman here, I feel like a lot of you could have been working on, you know, like getting your mind right, getting, you know, like making sure like all of your ducks are in a row before things can really like go the way that you really want it to go. For a lot of you, I really just feel like, you know, it was inner work or emotional work that you had to do within yourself, or that you're doing within yourself right now. For some of you, that could really be setting you up for having a more emotional, fulfilling overall state of being. Okay, Taurus, so we have the Two of Swords here. So with the Two of Swords being right there in your present energy, Taurus, I just really feel like a lot of you, I'm getting the feeling of like not taking full advantage of like opportunities that are out there for you. There could be other things out there that you still aspire for, that you feel like now that you've acquired so much, and now that you have, you know, fulfilled yourself so much, you know, what is there more possibly that you can do now? Well, I really feel like here with the Two of Swords, for a lot of you, there is. And you're kind of like taking a step back from really making decisions now, because you're really happy, you know, independently. But the Two of Swords, I really feel like you guys, with the under the Hangman, like you guys understand, like, you know, there's still is possibly more things out there, and you may not even understand it. For some of you, with you being blindfolded here, a lot of you may not understand that, you know what, there is still more out there for you to be able to grow. And it does, you know, involve your mind. It does involve, you know, like a growth of your mind, like a growth maybe like of maturity for some of you. But I really feel with the Hangman here, a lot of you are getting closer to that realization. And with the Eight of Wands being right there below it, setting you up for the future energies to possibly come out of this whole, to possibly come out of this whole reading here. I'm just really feeling like the energy is guiding you toward really taking that action. I really feel like it's going to be coming forward toward you. Like if you don't realize the action that you can take, not that, and I'm not saying that you need to take, okay? Because with the Nine of Cups, there's no need to do anything for you, Taurus. It's just all about you being aware or not of options of moving even higher, okay? And so with this is telling me that those opportunities are going to come forward at you. They're going to make themselves known eventually. And you'll have the choice here with the Two of Swords. Do you want to go ahead and move forward and move higher? Or no? Do you want to stay where you at, emotionally secure, emotionally and independently secure, and, you know, work on your higher mind here? And this is also saying that, you know, to take opportunities of advancement when you don't need to is not saying by any chance that that is somehow you not working on your higher mind. You still do have the opportunities to do all of that, Taurus. I'm just making it aware here that, you know, I just feel like things in the future here, Taurus, for some of you are going to be coming forward towards you that are going to be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this is an option for me if I want. You don't have to do it. The Empress. Okay, Taurus. So with the Empress card being here under the deck, I'm really feeling like for a lot of you, you know what? This is actually your energy, Taurus. This is actually your energy. Empress is signified in Taurus and Libra. Taurus and Libra energy here. So definitely Taurus, like for some of you, you know, you may be collaborating with a Libra, or for some of you, you may be, I feel like for some of you, Taurus, like your mother or an aunt or somebody who's very protective of you and guiding of you. They could be a Libra or another Taurus like yourself. They don't have to be, but I just really feel like they're really grounding you, and they're really, you know, providing you like a lot of encouragement. They're really opening your eyes to see how fruitful really things can be. Okay. Also, I just really feel like, you know, for some of you, Taurus, this is you. This is, you know, your energy from within yourself on a more spiritual level, you know, beginning to say, you know, maybe I can be a little bit more fruitful, you know, with taking these opportunities. Yes, I don't feel like anybody is unhappy, Taurus. I don't feel like, and this is just in a general sense, you know, so apply this how it fits. Just overall, I feel like overall, Taurus, you don't have any complaints. Okay? You don't have any complaints, and that's for some of you, but for others of you, you know, maybe you do. Even though you are happy, maybe there are some things that you know that you want to improve even more. And I feel like that's possible for you to do that. Those opportunities will be created for you to do that. They're coming forward. Almost kind of given to you. Like with the Empress card also being there at the bottom of the deck, I'm just really also feeling like for some of you, Taurus, there may be messages that you're hearing from a very spiritual nature that are like kind of motherly, maybe like a motherly guidance or like a parently guidance, you know, from someone that may not be here with us anymore, a relative of some sort. But ultimately, Taurus, I really feel that you're very strong here in this read. You have that support backing you that gives you that self-confidence, or, you know, you're drawing that self-confidence off of your own energy, which in essence is actually opening up more opportunities for success, whether you realize it or not, or want it or not. Four of Swords. Yeah, with the Four of Swords, Taurus, I just really feel like you guys don't have any complaints. Like, you're really content where you are right now. You're really taking a break. You're taking a moment to just be like, okay, listen, I've done all this work here to be able to get myself to having this high self-esteem, to having this, you know, independent, emotional, good state of being. You know, I've worked my way up to have all of those things, or to have all of that within me. I deserve to take a break. I deserve to, you know, just take a moment of rest. For some of you, it may be literal rest. For some of you, it's just maybe saying that for a lot of you, you know, in a very spiritual way, you're taking a moment to just make sure that you allow yourself to stay grounded. Taurus. Yeah, this is where it's coming together. Yeah, Taurus, I really feel like a lot of you see certain opportunities on the horizon for you. And you're very comfortable where you're at, so it's not like you're having to make any decisions out of desperation or out of survival, Taurus. That's a really good energy to be in, and that's actually pretty interesting because as I'm doing this reading, or depending on when you're watching, well, actually, yeah, during the time of this reading is will be the course of the full moon in Taurus. I'm actually, today is what, the 20, I'm recording right now for November, and right now is the full moon cycle in Taurus, so that energy will carry on through the first half of, you know, well, all the way to the next full moon. So yeah, Taurus, I mean, the full moon is in your sign right now. You guys are really just taking a break, and just on an emotional level, you're happy for the most part, you know. I'm not saying, I know that, you know, there's other things in your life that you're dealing with that, you know, aren't necessarily perfect. But overall, Taurus, I'm not really feeling like there's any complaints that you guys are really having. Okay? The biggest thing that I really feel like the biggest energy for you, Taurus, right now is actually for you to be able to use this full moon energy to be able to really use your own full moon energy to be able to recognize, you know, moments of opportunity of advancement here. Or even if it's not just for advancement, just for the right now, it could set you up for what possibly is to come here, which we'll see. And you could just not only be taking a rest, but regaining your strength here mentally. And we see that with the Hangman as well, because with the Hangman, you know, he's at rest, but, you know, listen, he's got that halo around his head, so he's preparing himself mentally, which is exactly what you're doing, Taurus. For some of you, you know, comfortable, you know, you're comfortable. I know that might not be for everybody. Excuse me. That might not be for everybody. But for those that were drawn here, or for maybe somebody in your environment, you know, totally. Hopes and fears, death card. Yeah, so with the death card coming right here, Taurus, I really feel like for a lot of you, what it's about here is, it's not about how comfortable you are, right? I see it now. It's not about how comfortable you are. It's about, well, in a way it is, but it's about you really, I think for some of you, you really fear change. You really are fearing the transformation that could take you from where you're at. From, if some of you, like, you may have experienced a plateau where you're at. Yeah, you've definitely experienced a plateau where, you know, things aren't bad, but they're not really advancing. Okay. And with opportunities, and for some, and like with opportunities coming forward, you may have gotten so comfortable in that plateau that you really are, it's like you're afraid of the transformation that needs to occur in order for you to come into the full abundance that you may not even realize that you're missing. But that transformation is not going to occur unless you decide to allow it to occur, to decide to allow the swift, like the swift changes that are coming, like the swift, like little miniature changes that are happening right now, or that could possibly happen in the future, or opportunities that could be coming to you from afar or from different places. For some of you Taurus, it'll be like about communicating. And there'll be like a certain transformation that occurs through some sort of communication, where that's like you traveling somewhere to communicate with somebody, or communication between someone from like far, far away that may give you some type of guidance here, that you'll need to be able to really rest and prepare yourself for the transformation that's about to occur. So however that applies to you, Taurus. Two of Pentacles. So as we move more into the middle of November here with the Two of Pentacles, I just really feel like for a lot of you, there's some type of like inner conflict here where I really feel like you guys are really trying to balance the responsibilities now of, well, not necessarily responsibilities, but yeah, in a way, it's like you're trying to balance the here and then the future, or you know, well, by this time, it's like you'll be trying to balance the present, and then, you know, and other past things that are keeping you like rooted, or things that have kept you rooted, past beliefs or past items, past things that have kept you rooted in on that plateau level. There's like a wow, that was weird. There's like an inner conflict of you trying to balance that, trying to like there's still a tie there. A lot of you are just, it's like you're resisting the transformation. But it's only because you've been so comfortable. You've been so in your own, you've been just, you've been, just at that plateau for so long. I really feel like, yeah, as you begin to transform and change and, elevate even, or as you end certain cycles, because this is the Nine of Cups, so you are approaching an ending. So as you end certain cycles, or as you, get ready to move into new ones, I really feel like there's like a seesaw effect for some of you Taurus, where you kind of will be resisting the change. You'll have one foot in the door, one foot out the door, and, it may work for you for a time, but, ultimately it is going to be tiring, and it's going to put you into a state of you having to be, again, in the present, needing to rest. So some of you are feeling that now, even. So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers here. The way I clarify is, if you don't know, is I draw 3 cards from a separate deck, and I apply it toward the whole reading. What else does Taurus need to know? Okay, the Queen of Swords, the Judgment card, and then under the deck, the 8 of Wands again. So definitely now we have the 8 of Wands again. I like when that happens. But anyways, let's go ahead and take it from here. So with the Queen of Swords and the Judgment card being right here. So basically, I'm just really feeling like the Queen of Swords says that for some of you, maybe later in the month, or if you're experiencing this now, as we move forward into more the middle of November, a lot of you will be able to finally make a decision about what it is that you want to do regarding staying at the level that you're at, or moving forward. A lot of you with the 8 of Wands being right here twice, I just really feel like there's like for some of you there's like and with the Judgment, for some of you I'm feeling like there is a pressure being put on you, like I won't say not like a time restraint. For some of you that may be the case, but for some of you it's just like some type of pressure that is being put on you, some type of expectation that is being put on you to really come to some type of understanding here, mentally and emotionally. A lot of you, Taurus, I feel like for a lot of you, November can kind of be a little stop and go. There's like stagnation mixed with, fast movement here. And I just really feel like the reason why is because you're like, again, on the cusp of this transformation, which is why you're back and forth, you're balancing, you're doing a balancing act here with the 2 of Pentacles, because that's exactly what you're in. You're half in the door, half out. For a lot of you, Taurus, opportunities are rushing to you faster than you can really agree, or faster than you can actually really decide to take opportunities. Opportunities are coming and going. So that's another reason why some of you, Taurus, just maybe really don't feel the need to elevate or, change really the status quo here with this 9 of Cups, because, you're already content. You already have what you're asking for. For some of you, you already have, like, made the final judgment call on what needs to really change here, or if there is anything that does need to change or not. You finally made that decision for some of you, Taurus. But for a lot of you, I just really feel like it's like a seesaw effect where you're half in the door, you're half out. You're expressing interest in certain opportunities that are coming forward towards you. However, you're not necessarily completely, fully making a decision yet on what you want to do, because you're really trying to gain more information about said opportunities, so that ultimately you really can make that final judgment call about what it is that you were willing to accept and what it is that you're ready to reject. There really could be a Libra here helping you figure that out. Some type of air sign. I said Libra here with the Empress and the Queen of Swords being there. But it could be, if you know, if this isn't something that you're realizing on your own, this could be a Libra or another air sign, maybe a Gemini or Aquarius. Okay, what other additional information does Taurus need to know? What advice can you send Taurus with? Fire. Reckless actions lead to conflict. Yeah, definitely. That is totally why you're like the Hangman. And I just wanted to say here, under the deck, we have the Hourglass. So there's that pressure. There's that time constraint, right? Anyways, Taurus, you know, reckless actions do lead to conflict. So totally, that's why you're not really committed, you know, to a particular change, or you're not committed fully to a particular transformation because you don't want to rush into it, or you're afraid that of, you know, of what could happen if you rush into things very, very fast, and very, very, you know, very, very recklessly. But I really feel like, you know, with certain time pressures on you, or that with certain time pressures that may not be on you, for some of you, you may just have too much time. You know, it's creating some type of need for you to want to hurry up and choose, hurry up and decide, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you don't want to, because, you know, there's just a strong pull either way. So interesting, Taurus. Let me know how this is playing out for you here in the comment box. I'd be happy to know. Taurus, if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. And we'll be happy to go, or I'll be happy to go ahead and help you out with a personal reading. So, Taurus, thanks so much. Enjoy your full moon energy. You guys have a great rest of your November. I'll see you guys later.